The Olympics are now over. What were the highlights? What were the lowlights? What are my thoughts, observations of the Olympic Games? Today, we're gonna talk about that. What I think is the absolute most impressive thing from the Olympic Games, I talk about at the end of this video. We're on the very last 50 of the main set. Max out. Try not to die.
20 point over there, bud.
Oh, we almost beat Blake. That was close. We almost beat him. Video review. We had him. We had him.
Three-time Olympic freestyler Blake Cody.
Almost got him. Yeah, the camera didn't see it. We did beat him. We just wrapped up our main set, which was right there. A little bit of power, a little bit of speed, a couple 50s fast. Coach John,
Three-time Olympic.
and Blake Peroni, some other guys. Just trying to get back into shape, trying to get into it. We're training for the 53 right now. Operation break 20 seconds. We'll dive into the new goals, new training, competitions, and all that stuff in the future. Right now, we've got a lot of Olympic swimming to talk about, but first, I'm gonna tell you about my Lumen. Every morning before I work out, I wanna know what my body is using as fuel, what current metabolic state I'm in. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. With one breath, it lets you know whether you're burning carbs or fats, and then it gives you tailored guidance in the app to help you improve your sleep, nutrition, workouts, everything. I use my Lumen throughout the day, after afternoon workouts, when I get out of the sauna, to let me know, hey, this is what I should eat to properly optimize my energy levels. The key to metabolic health is something called metabolic flexibility, and that is where Lumen really shines. Metabolic flexibility is your body's ability to switch between different fuel sources, like carbs and fats. The more flexible you are, the better off your overall health and well-being is. It's really quick and simple. You turn the Lumen on by the press of one button, open up your app. As you can see, I am currently in a heavy carb burning state, which makes perfect sense because I just worked out 3 hours. After your inhale and exhale, all of Lumen's recommendations are completely science-backed and totally personalized based on your breath. Lumen are the leading experts in metabolic health. They've logged over 55 million metabolic measurements. Pretty wild. Take charge of your metabolic health. Click that link down there below and get 15% off your Lumen today. Once again, link down there below. That's lumen.me/Cody. Link right down there. Take charge of your metabolic health. Get 15% off your Lumen today. And now let's get to the list you've all been waiting for. This is my top most memorable moments of the Paris 2024 Olympics. My #1 most impressive, most amazing performance of the Paris Olympics is at the end of this list, so stick around. Let's go. The women's 100-meter butterfly had everything that we love about watching sports, about watching swimming. Tori Husk winning the Olympic gold medal. The tears, her celebration, everything about it, given her history. She missed the medal podium by 1/100th of a second. She got 4th place at the last Olympics. 14/100ths of a second from 1st place at the previous Olympics. Wins gold, touches the wall, looks up, starts crying. On the flip side, her teammate, Gretchen Walsh, who she just defeated, had just set the world record at US Olympic trials 4 weeks prior. But in that moment at the Paris Olympics, when the chips were down and everyone was silent, Tori got the touch, won the gold medal, and that was one heck of a race. The men's 50 freestyle, Cam McAvoy for Australia wins the gold medal, his 4th Olympic Games. Finally wins the gold medal, amazing, at age 30. Ben Proud from Great Britain wins the silver medal, and Flo Manadou, the best looking guy in all of Olympics. I mean, that guy he's hot. I mean, Ben Proud's got some pretty stellar biceps, but Flo won 4 consecutive medals in this event. Gold at the London 2012 Olympics, silver in Rio, silver in Tokyo, and bronze at the Paris Olympics. This guy's 34 years. This is why we need 50s of stroke in the Olympics, to keep these kinds of things alive. This is what the people want to see. Dude, after the 50 free, when Caleb got 6th place, missing the medal podium by just a few hundredths of a second, NBC just hung on him for like 5 minutes. And we just saw Caleb just crying. It was brutal. And my heart broke for him, because you all know how I feel about this. I love the guy. I was obviously rooting for the guy. I'm very happy for the guys that did end up medaling in that event. Like I said, a very impressive event, but that was tough. Now we gotta talk about the GOAT. Katie Ledecky. She won her 4th consecutive 800-meter freestyle race. She defended her Olympic gold in the women's 1500-meter freestyle. She has 14 Olympic medals, 9 gold medals. She is the most decorated female swimmer, the most Olympic golds of any female, and is now the 5th most decorated athlete of all of Olympic history. She's also really nice. Like, she's awesome. And she wants to keep going. She wants to swim at the LA Olympics. Like, it's just, it's so fun watching her. Gotta bring the energy down for this next one because the award for the most heartbreaking moment of the Olympics goes to Team USA's Alex Walsh. It just hurts thinking about that. Like, it hurts. Alex Walsh won the silver medal in the women's 200 IM at the Tokyo Olympics. In Paris, she led the race. 90% of the race, she's in first place. Gets out-touched twice. Settles for the bronze medal. Looks up on the scoreboard, 3rd place. And as she's walking around, they disqualify her for an illegal crossover turn. And it's like all the oxygen out of everything was just... Now let's talk about my event, the men's 100 breaststroke. Probably the slowest event of the Paris Games. In the final, not a single person broke 59 seconds. 7 out of the 8 finalist swimmers had been a 58-second within a year or two prior. A lot of them very close to the games. So what was up? Why were they so slow? Obviously, we know PD failed to defend his gold medal, missing the gold by 3/100ths of a second. He tied American Nick Fink for the silver medal, and the gold medal went to Italy, went to Nicola Martineghi, who won the bronze medal at the previous Olympics. It was a stacked heat, and it was an exciting race. And here's what's up. We know that the pool is a little bit slow. That's just the way it is. You can see it when watching the race. On the races, when they come back, there's a lot of turbulence in the water. The pool was a bit shallow. The living circumstances in the village were not ideal. There are a lot of variables in play that went into why this overall was not a very fast Olympics as a whole. Now, the men's 100 breaststroke, I think there was a big mental factor that went into the whole heat, because the thing is, everybody knew that Adam was beatable going into the Olympics. Someone had a shot at dethroning the champion. And the way Adam dominated the men's 100 breaststroke for really the last 7 years is something we've really never seen before. So I think that the pressure of being able to be the guy to dethrone him, which was on the shoulders of a number of those athletes, it got to them a little bit. It did. It rattled them. And then obviously we've seen now that PD had COVID and was very sick. But nevertheless, it was an exciting race to watch. And the one last thing I'll say is I've talked to a number of guys that swam that race that were a little hesitant about getting disqualified. You know, someone from the previous heats and prelims was disqualified. And with everything that's been going on with the underwater camera reviews and all that, some people are swimming a little bit more conservative and are a little worried about just the downward motion of their feet after they finish the breaststroke kick. The snap, they finish their kick, and making sure there's so if these are the feet, the snap, making sure there's none of this. You can't have any of that. There's been a lot of disqualifications the last couple of years, and make no mistake, that was in the back of a few people's minds. That's also a small factor as well. I do not claim to know everything. In fact, I'm wrong a lot of the time. But one prediction that I had that a lot of people called me crazy, and I got right, was betting on Sarah Sjöström of Sweden to win the 100 freestyle. I called it, and her celebration when she won the gold medal was one of my favorite moments of the whole competition, because you could see genuine shock, awe, and surprise in her face. She was blown away by the fact she was able to win that race. Even though she's won multiple medals, even though she is the world record holder, she's over 30 years old and hadn't done a lot of 100 freestyles leading into this Olympic Games. And that was the reason why I thought she was dangerous, because there was no pressure on her to perform in that race. Her mindset going into the race was, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what I can go. And that is liberating. Not having the pressure of I have to perform in this event sets people free. And there was some stiff competition in that event. Obviously, Shaban was very, very fast. There are a lot of girls that could have got the touch, but in that moment, it went to Sarah. It went to, that's a veteran with experience, with grit, with nothing to lose, and she got the touch. And that celebration was everything. Australia had a fantastic Olympic Games. No one did better than Kaylee McKeown. She made the Aussies very proud. The first person, not female, person in history to win back-to-back Olympic gold in both the 100 and the 200 backstroke. She is, in my opinion, if you're asking me, in my opinion, she is the greatest female backstroker of all time. No one's ever done it before. And she had stiff competition. Regan Smith broke the world record in the 100 backstroke just a few weeks prior to the Paris Olympics. There was tough competition, and Kaylee wasn't rattled at all. She maintained her composure. She kept calm, cool, and collected. She approached the races with perfect precision, pushed the legs when needed, and smashed both those events, setting the Olympic record. Back-to-back gold medals in those. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It was. Now I want to talk about the final day of racing. At this point in time, Team USA had won 0 individual gold medals on the men's side. Not good. There were bad headlines running like Team USA in jeopardy of not winning an individual gold for the first time in 100 years. We were neck and neck with Australia in terms of the gold medal count. Bobby Fink wins the gold medal in the mile, the 1500, breaks the world record. Huge uplifting roar from everyone here in America. Now we get into the relays, the final relays, okay? On one hand, the women's medley relay was amazing as an American cheering for Team USA. Obviously, seeing Regan Smith finally get her gold medal. Obviously, seeing my girl Lily King finishing her Olympic swimming career with a gold medal and a world record. And seeing Tori and Gretchen on there. I mean, seeing them celebrate that world record at the end of the competition meant everything. That was cool. It was amazing. On the flip side, on the men's side, the United States had never lost the men's 4x100 medley relay. And I'm a bit sour about it just because of what we know and what we have learned and seen in the headlines about China. It's just a bummer to lose to a country where everyone has doubts and questions about some of those athletes. That really sucks. Like, that really sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. I was sitting here watching that and I was upset. Like I was upset. And, we got to get that one back. I mean, looking forward to the future, the LA Olympics, like we got to get that one back. I mean, obviously this is my bias. That was the relay that I was a part of. Oh, it stung. Oh, it hurt. Now, as I said, my absolute number one, and I have a question for you. And here it is. Michael Phelps said that Leon Marchand's back-to-back Olympic gold medal wins in the men's 200 breaststroke and the men's 200 fly in the same evening was the most impressive, greatest performance in Olympic swimming history. That's what Michael said. I didn't think about it until that moment, but of all the gold medals that Michael won in all the different games he swam at, he never won multiple individual races in the same session, in the same night. I'd not thought about that. You know, obviously he'd won multiple races, but it had always been a relay. And here is what makes Leon's lineup so impressive. Let me line this up for you. At the beginning of the competition, he wins the 400 IM, right? Prelims of the 4 IM, wins the final of the 4 IM. He has a day off. His next day of racing, he swims 4 200s. He swims prelims of the 200 breaststroke and the 200 fly. He swims semifinals of the 200 butterfly and the 200 breaststroke. The next day, he has the morning off, and then that very evening, he wins the gold medal in the 200 breaststroke, upsetting Australia's Zach Stubblety-Cook, who, by the way, almost matched his gold medal time from the previous Olympics, the defending Olympic gold medalist. Leon wins that race, and then 90 minutes later beats Christoph Milok of Hungary, the former Olympic champion and world record holder, hangs on his hip until the 150 meter mark, and then surges the last 50, blows by, and wins that gold medal. Wins 2 individual gold medals in 2 200s in one evening. My question to you is, do you agree with Michael? Is that the most impressive back-to-back performance in a single session that you've ever seen? That is very impressive. And to me, that is the most impressive overall performance of the Olympic Games. What do you think? Am I crazy? What am I missing? Was there something more impressive? Is that not that impressive? What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all for joining me today. As always, we do have merch at CodyMillerSwim.com. If you'd like a personalized video from me to you or someone you know, for whatever reason, I am available on Cameo. We've got a big Indiana breaststroke clinic, a big day camp happening happening here with me and Lily coming soon. Information about that will be coming soon. So if y'all want to come out to Indiana, swim with me, race Lily, keep refreshing. Make sure you hit that like button. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. More swimming content, racing, training videos coming soon. Got some really cool goals and things to talk to you all about. So until my next video, I will see you all later.